Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and enemies, Black Ops 6's beta's here. Next happened, or whatever you want to call that train wreck of an event that happened in my hometown. It has been an incredible week. I've sat here with my mouth just shut, watching this absolute train wreck as they take everything left that Infinity Ward did and absolutely destroy it. So number one, put some goddamn respect on Infinity Ward's name, and number two, strap in, because I'm about to show you why Black Ops 6 is the absolute worst thing to ever happen to Call of Duty, except for zombies. Zombies looks absolutely incredible, and to anyone crying about Liberty Falls being during the day and it ruining the immersion, you're an idiot. You're an absolute moron. Let's get into this. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to find your way back here, because god damn it, I've got so much more of this to go through this week. Now let's get into this. All right, so first and foremost, aim is completely randomized, and I don't mean in the way Modern Warfare 2 was. While you're running around at hipfire, your gun's doing a figure 8 pattern like you're breathing, looking down a sniper scope, but you know, you have to put an attachment on to hold your breath to center your aim on all guns now, and even at the hip, you can do that, but you gotta do 48,000 levels to even unlock the attachment, so don't worry about it. Your gun's just gonna get, you know, you're Michael J. Fox out here shooting. It's fine. It's okay. Don't worry about hitting your shots because it's not possible. In all seriousness, I'm not kidding. You're not able to aim a gun correctly because it is always just swaying all over the place. Another thing I saw with the absolutely atrocious gunplay within Black Ops 6 is that your gun will randomly pull to the left when you aim in, or even while you're aimed in, so you don't know when the proper time to hit accurate shots are, because they've destroyed this game. If you look through any streamer's clips, any YouTuber's clips, matter of fact, I believe it was Prey, had a video over the weekend that literally showed his gun pulling to the left while shooting. If I can find it, I'll put it right here.
Whoa.
So all of the gunplay is absolutely destroyed. The next thing with the gunplay, the average time to kill is 300 milliseconds. That is in the close range. This is slightly faster than Cold War. However, this is right there with Modern Warfare 3. It's negligible, the difference. However, the time to death is that of Modern Warfare 2, which is around 130 milliseconds. So tell me how that works. Matter of fact, I'll tell you how that works. Server tick rates for multiplayer are around 55 to 60. For Warzone, they're between 12 and 25 on the tick rate. This means that if there are two people in a fight, say you and I are in a gunfight, through all of this flippity floppity Omni movement, we could literally be in the same fight and see two entirely different things. There's a clip of this going around. I will throw it up so you can see it right here. Check this out. I'm not kidding. How is that possible? How can that be a thing in this atrocious excuse of a game? This absolutely proves that Treyarch is the worst studio in the COD umbrella. And that's hard to do because Sledgehammer is god-awful. But at least they brought the content this year. They brought us all kinds of new features. But Treyarch is out here just taking a shit on our chest and telling us to smile. Another thing that we have is we've got gas blowback everywhere. It's smoky all over the place. There's not even a Snoop Dogg skin yet. We've got all of that sway I talked about, so you can't even see what you're shooting at. But if you can, don't worry, they're gonna blend in because the character skins share shaders and colors with the overall map design, so you can't see anything. And to those saying that this is just a Cold War reskin of Modern Warfare, it's Call of Duty. It's gonna look the same. That's not my complaint here. Of course, Call of Duty is gonna look and play like Call of Duty, so shut up with that. What we have here is the fundamental fundamental breakdown of everything that is Call of Duty. That's why the time to death feels awful, the time to kill feels like a bullet sponge, and your gun is just wiggling all over the place like a sneaky snake. My biggest complaint by far on this list, however, is unless you have a sniper, all of your shots, meaning SMGs, assault rifles, LMGs, shotguns, everything, any shot that you hit in the head, chest, stomach, or shins does the same damage. Meaning if it's a 4-shot to kill gun, it's a 4-shot to kill gun no matter where they hit. Same for 5 or even 6. You have to put on a special barrel to up your headshot damage. However, all of the attachments also have negatives. So the foregrips to help your recoil control, they greatly hurt your aim down sight and sprint to fire. Same for the rear grips, the aim down sight, sprint to fire, all of that, they hurt your recoil control. All of the attachments have huge negatives. They just lied to us. They fundamentally lied to us. I'm a huge fan of the MW2, MW3 gunsmith with all of the different attachments and actually needing a brain to build a good gun in the game and the ability to experiment and make funny builds. That's gone, but they're still lying to us and giving us attachments that just aren't good. However, if they were just to give us pros and not hurt our guns in any way, then okay, I can't run a gun with no attachments because that gun is worthless, meaning leveling guns is even harder that way. So I don't know what this is. This entire system has been destroyed. It feels like we've regressed 5 years here yet again. I've already went over the TTK being incredibly inconsistent and explained why that is. We really need to talk about the servers and the anti-cheat. With a 12 to 60 tick rate across all modes, that is absolutely absurd. If you're new around here, you don't know that I'm a former professional FPS gamer. I was in the CPL League for Counter-Strike for 5 seasons way back in the day, and I was playing on 128 tick rate servers in 2005. Battlefield currently has servers with around 85 tick rate with 128 people on them. Why are we doing this, Activision? So I'm gonna say about it. If you don't know what tick rate is, that is how many times your screen is updated from server side, which being at 12 means people can literally be with Omni movement up to 5 meters away from where they are on your screen. This is why you feel like you're around a corner, but you're still getting hits. Moving on, 30-day bans. I cannot play Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, or even the beta because I am sitting on a 30-day ban because the shadow ban system's back, but it's worse than ever. It's happened to the entire community. If you're a good player, you're absolutely getting dumpstered. Now, if you're a prominent streamer, you can talk to Activision and get it cleared up. It's no problem. But I'm a little fish. I don't have a contact, so it looks like I gotta buy the game again. I didn't even buy the game the first time. I gotta use another code from Comcast to get back into the beta on my second account, which I have a second account because I caught 13 shadow bans during Modern Warfare 2. This was fixed during Modern Warfare 3, but here we are again repeating the same old mistakes. So I can't play on my main account until about the time Black Ops 6 releases, which is, oh boy, I can't wait. Bringing it further, cheating is already a huge problem in the beta. Before getting a 30-day ban myself, I saw 2 cheaters I know for a fact were cheating due to rage hacking. However, I saw another 3, potentially 4, who were watching people through walls and had weird snappy aim when you could clearly tell they were on controller. So maybe I saw 5 cheaters, maybe I only saw 2. Moving on from that, with the huge cheating problem, the anti-cheat is not changing. Today they announced a huge upgrade to Ricochet. They've been upgrading Ricochet for 4 years now or whatever, and yet we still have 65,000 accounts every 60 days getting banned. Oh, we better just make a new account because the game's free to play, especially with Game Pass. Multiplayer is now free to play. This game is going to be absolutely infested with cheaters, worse than it currently is in Warzone. Omni movement is the most clunky, gimmicky, janky, just scuffed thing they have ever added to a Call of Duty. While you're sliding around and hopping around, if you figure it out, the best way to win any gunfight is to just slide and immediately go prone, and from full attack stance, you will drop to the ground instantly within 3 meters. The person will not be able to track it, and you will just smoke them because they have no idea that you stopped moving until they're dead. This will work in Warzone as well. The audio in this beta is so ass that you cannot hear footsteps anywhere. You can tell if they're above you or below below you if you can hear them. And they do say that there is a bug in the audio mix, but when I was able to hear footsteps, you really couldn't distinguish them from ambient map sounds because the footstep sound that they decided on this year just isn't good. Now, I understand that we're gonna have dead silence as a perk once again, which is a horrendous decision and it ruins FPS games. You can fight me on it in the comments. I would love for that because I'll tell you how wrong you are. Come at me, I don't care. But the problem is, even without it, nobody can hear anything, and when they fix the quote bug, I'm sure it's a bug, we're still not going to be able to hear footsteps unless they're above or below us because of the ambient noises. Moving forward with the audio, it is just bad all around. Sounds good when, you know, the attack helicopter fires overhead. Some of the guns sound real punchy, but everything else just sounds like cheese. There is so many reused assets in this game. The AK-74, yeah, it's the AK-74 they're going with in Black Ops 6, is quite literally the STG reskinned in this game. Don't believe me? Inspect the STG, load up the beta, and inspect the AK. They have the same inspect, they have the same overall features, and to be fair, they are both Kalashnikov rifles. This is extremely lazy to just reuse assets to this point. I've seen K-rails and protective walls, all kinds of different reused assets from Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Cold War. So yeah, it's a Cold War reskin of Modern Warfare. But like I said, it's Call of Duty, so Call of Duty is gonna look like Call of Duty. The spawns in this beta, now granted, it's the beta, they're always bad, but this is the worst the spawns have ever been in Call of Duty, bar none, since the beginning of betas. And I don't even know why we're calling this a beta, because the game comes out in a month. This is a demo. And if you're a pay piggy, or if you can find a key to access early, you can play both weekends. But this demo has just shown that Treyarch are absolutely inept. This game isn't worth $40, let alone $70 or $100 if for some reason you want some sci-fi skins in your 90s shooter. This game is awful. So look, to wrap this up, I'm going to talk about Warzone just a little bit, wrap it into multiplayer, and then finish this out. With Warzone at COD Next, we saw the removal of the backpack system, which takes away so many different ways to clutch up and outplay your opponents. No longer can you carry smoke grenades, cover crosses, outside of the 2 you can carry in your pocket. You can't carry more than 5 plates unless you have a satchel, but then you could have an ammo satchel, so you only have 5 plates if you want to have actual ammo. It's just a bad system. Lootable perks, great choice there, that's fine. But going back to 2020's system of a satchel instead of a backpack, which allows me to have utility with kill streaks, with smoke grenades, and whatever else I want in my backpack to get the job done, such as the frisbees to redeploy or whatever else I want, is just ruining the game. With Modern Warfare 3's year of Warzone, one thing I could say about it was I could play it any way I wanted to. However, the only way to play Warzone and multiplayer this year is to do a line of Adderall, hop on, and try to get some TikTok clips. That's the entire reason this entire year exists, and it's going to absolutely bomb unless you are a streamer or trying to make money off of this game. And I do make money off of this game, but I don't want any parts of it. It just feels bad, man. Overall, we have seen a regression in every single system except for Omni movement, which I guess it's cool. I can run and slide sideways or drag my ass on the ground like a bitch in heat. I guess that's cool, but at the cost of all of the fundamentals of an FPS game, no thank you. I am not interested. So if you want my opinion on Black Ops 6, the new Warzone that's coming this year with integration, overall, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10. Now, last year I gave a 6 out of 10. The year before that, I gave an 8 out of 10. I like the more milsim feeling. That is where I'm at. This is not that. I still gave a 6 out of 10 to Sledgehammer's year, where we could run at 37 miles an hour while carrying 2 long guns and full kit. Don't get me twisted. This game is absolutely awful. Reg is horrible. Your guns are swaying around like like you've got Parkinson's. You cannot see anything. You've got all the gas blowback. This is the arcadey studio. It's just bad all around. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but Call of Duty has reached an even lower low than the year of Vanguard. I'm not even going to touch on Area 99 just being a reskin and a rebuild of the fundamentals of Caldera. This is just bad. I'm trying to figure out what games I'm going to play this year because Black Ops 6, outside of zombies, just isn't worth my time. If you think it is, tell me why below. But until next time, leave me alone and like the video.